probably wait till I turn 16.
It's quite different from what we've noticed before in Shakespeare's style.
Tobin, what kind of marks are these? What are you hoping to get with this? This isn't going to get you anywhere.
A continued national dropout rate of 30% or more will have an increasingly negative effect on Canada's economic future. Unless we reduce our current dropout rate of 30% down to 10% by the year 2000, Canada could lose $26 billion. The problems facing the educational system threaten to reduce the national standard of living, heighten the demands on the social safety nets, and increase the economic burden on the individual as well as the corporate taxpayers.
In 1990, the federal government considered the high school dropout rate enough of a problem that it allocated $296.4 million over 5 years to fund the development of a number of stay-in-school initiatives. As a result, many students who are in danger of dropping out have decided to stay in school. In some cases, those who are already considered a lost cause have come back to the educational system to complete their high school diploma. In 1992, Cole Harbour District High School began a work experience program as one of many stay-in-school initiatives. Also known as cooperative education, the program immerses the student in a work setting quite different from the classroom. This fresh viewpoint gives the student a concrete idea of where their school career is taking them and provides an opportunity to meet and work with potential employers.
One of the greatest value is career insight. It allows the students to make better decisions when pursuing post-secondary education, and it's a tremendous confidence builder in our young people. Students are able to develop self-management skills and interpersonal relationships with employers. They become aware of the value of teamwork, and most of all, develop a sense of responsibility to their particular task at hand.
Here we've made a conscious decision to reach out to our community, our business community in particular, and through our co-op-ed placements in businesses, as well as through our regular work experience programs and even some job shadowing. We've really gotten out into the community and have involved our students in the community.
We are embarking on a new endeavor with the school with regards to...
As one of the school's many business partners, the Chamber of Commerce originally became involved with the high school to strengthen their profile in the community. What began as a place to meet has blossomed into a full-fledged working partnership. The Chamber has helped to encourage local businesses to participate in the work experience program, and a greater understanding and respect between all participants has been the result.
The students are our future. They have, or the Chamber basically has, a very strong interest in their activities within our community. They are our next entrepreneurs. I feel the business community should strengthen with regards to the initiatives of the Stay in School program. And I think ultimately everybody will realize the benefits of such a relationship. The feedback was very good.
For us, the payback has been quite positive. Students are quite interested. They see that it's an opportunity for them to learn personally and to gain some valuable experience outside of the classroom. We're able to get fresh point of view, which is very important, particularly in the sciences. Just to ask the dumb question, so to speak, of why do you do something a certain way, and then you start to wonder, well, wait a minute, why do we do it that way?
It's given me a very, very high self-esteem because, I mean, to think that you'd be working in such fields as microbiology or high science fields that you'd never think, you know. It's really shown me that you can succeed in anything you want to, just as long as you're ready to work for it.
I believe that if parents knew what the cooperative program could do for their child, and it doesn't matter what kind of a child, there is not a child in a school system, no matter what their capabilities, that should not have this opportunity. Every parent should be out there looking to see how they can establish one of these programs in their school. You could never in your life believe what it'll do for your child.
Although this setting is familiar to most, if not all, students, it's not usually considered a step towards a high school diploma. When cutting classes, students often go to the local mall to spend time. In fact, the West Edmonton Mall was finding the student population to be a problem until recently. Jasper Place Secondary School has set up a storefront counseling operation in the mall. The premise is simple. If the dropout won't come to you, then you go to them.
West Edmonton Mall, one of our business partners, and Mrs. Stiles, the principal, sat down together to determine a way to help potential dropouts who are perhaps hanging around at West Edmonton Mall, or in fact students who had left school previously and were a little bit hesitant to come back. The young people are coming in to see us. Parents of young people are coming in to see us, and we think that every step that is made through the door is a beginning step for many of these young people who otherwise would not be going to school. So we're very excited that, in fact, yes, we are reaching the young people.
I can tell you that it has benefited the mall in substantial ways. Our relationship in terms of working with the students for staffing, very important, concrete result has been advanced. Our community image in terms of not just being a business looking for a quick profit or a profit, and being a business who is concerned with what happens in the community, that it has been important for us. It has advanced our place and position in the community greatly.
Our aim at Jasper Place is to have success for every student regardless of their ability. We do believe that we will together, but it has to be together, make a difference for students.
That shows all of the courses that are available.
Results have been good. Not only are students returning to the educational system, an immeasurable number have reconsidered dropping out.
I think it's really good to come in here because there's not a lot of pressure that you have to do this or you have to do that. If you come in, the counselor can help you decide what's right for you and what the choices are for yourself, not just for everyone as a whole. You can find out what's best for you to do.
Although public schools are often thought of as dropout-free, signs of potential dropouts are already visible. This places public schools in the important role of promoting a sense of belonging and of wanting to belong in students. They are also crucial in helping students with the transition from a public school into a high school. A positive school atmosphere, participation with the community, and remedial resources all help to attain this. But for students who are still unable to fit in, there must be more available.
Help him out, Cedric. What do you need?
With this in mind, Queen Elizabeth Public School developed a mentoring program.
We really hope that it will help to improve the children's self-esteem and that they'll look at the positive role model and say, I can emulate this, or at least that there are people out there who really care about what's happening to me.
One more time.
The program has produced a number of benefits: improved learning skills, higher marks, and perhaps more importantly, a greater self-esteem in students.
Youth more readily accept the advice, the conversation of somebody not too far in age from them, like a university student or even a high school student for that matter. The idea was to have the university students, the college students, or someone in a higher grade level than them act as a positive role model.
As a mentor, we go into the school and we act as a friend for the student, and we usually pick up the students that the teachers have to leave behind, whether they're disruptive or they don't know the language really well, they're problems, or they're just in a class of 30, there's a few who are left behind.
The results have been good even in the short period of time that it's been going on here. We've had very positive comments from the teachers involved. The Ottawa U students are delighted, and the students are really keen. Today was a very good example. One of the students who normally comes in on Mondays was invited to come back on Friday to go skating with the class, and when the skating program was over for today, the student said, now remember, you're coming back in Monday. And absolutely, she's going to be.
Peer mediation is another important means of getting students actively involved in a solution. It's also becoming increasingly important in dealing with the violence now seen in schools. Once again, a simple premise is the key. Any conflict which has reached a state of physical or verbal retaliation is brought to a mediator. This mediator, instead of being an authoritative teacher figure, is a fellow student. The method has made great progress precisely because it puts students in a position of responsibility. It has the added benefit of teaching students how to resolve conflicts, one of the many life skills that they will need in the workforce. There can be as many different stay-in-school initiatives as there are dropouts. Business partnerships, computer-assisted learning programs, community involvement, role models, and many more. With the help of teachers, parents, businesses, and of course the students themselves, Canadians can find a solution to the growing dropout rate. By doing so, all participants will benefit through a decrease in demands on social safety nets, an improved national standard of living, and a population which is contributing to the well-being of the country.
When a young person decides to quit high school, all Canadians suffer in the long run. The current dropout rate of 30% is an urgent issue. It must be dealt with immediately. As the Minister of State for Youth, responsible for the National Stay in School initiative, I applaud the efforts of the Canadian Association of Principals in this regard. Everyone working together can reverse the dropout rate. We've got the commitment, we've got the foresight, and we've got the strategies to do so.